You're gonna have to give me a minute.
Feature that you would like to present to everybody this
I'm high maintenance. All right. Can I grab that mic? Do you have a stand or anything? No. All right. Mic. It's on. All right. So we're gonna set up a projector for something a little bit different. So if you can't see this projector, it's gonna turn on in a second. I encourage you to move to a spot where you can. And it's okay if you move chairs to the dance floor, because we're gonna make it fun. All right? So let's wait for this guy to boot up. I'm gonna stand right here. Yeah.
Just mind that you're right next to a speaker and that your microphone might...
Put the mic closer.
Okay, so there's one other thing. So if you can't see this, it's okay. I actually have under each of these, which Ben made, a little QR code. There's a QR code under these if you want to watch the live stream from your phone, because it's important that you see these pictures, okay? So that's just letting you know. All right, we're gonna go. This is your test. Let's make sure we can see this, okay? Yeah, all right, good. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out today, braving the storm. There are some unexpected things, but we braved it together, so I'm very proud of all of you. A little closer, okay. So to spice things up today, I have some cute pictures on our show here, and I appreciate the folks who gave them to me, and if you can't see it, again, please get closer. So, we have people from all over the world here. Northborough. Carriage Road, yeah. Southborough. We have New Hampshire. We have Maine. There's a couple people from Maine. Okay, Florida. I was told Florida. Okay, Kansas. There it is. And England. Okay. It's amazing how far people will go for free food. It really is. Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Nikhil. I'm Sam's best man today, and Jackie's. This may be a temporary title after what I'm going to show you today. Like, seriously. Okay, let me get this. So before I start with the obligatory character assassination, I wanted to give a shout out to Lauren. And Lauren couldn't be here today because of COVID restrictions, and we miss you and we're thinking about you. And I'm going to turn this around so she can see me. Hi, Lauren. Hey, Lauren, give a big round of applause for Lauren. Can you hear that? Yeah. We miss you very much. Okay. Vanessa, wherever you are, thank you so much for the pictures that are going to run the show today. There you are. And Marianne, thank you for giving me the keys to Sam and Jackie's house so I could break in and take pictures. I'm just saying. Okay, so I want you to take a moment and look at Sam. Just take a look at him. He's a little extra. This is when we started to notice he's a little extra. So I've known Sam for like 19 years now, just as long as about anyone here except for maybe Tony and Vanessa. And this next slide is proof of that. Sam is in the middle here. That's me on the left. Okay. So here's one more picture for proof. There's some, friendly faces here. Colin right there. Okay, so Sam and I used to bike around the neighborhood as kids, thinking we were like professional BMX bikers. We used to jump off these 4-inch curbs as if we were professionals, and Sam always had to one-up me. So for anyone curious, this stunt landed Sam in the hospital with a broken wrist. And Vanessa, I am so sorry for calling 911 and not you. So not too long after all this, Sam and Jackie met. So that was about like 12 years ago now, and I immediately knew Jackie was a keeper. I'll never forget what Jackie told Sam about me that day. Why do you hang out with an 8-year-old? For context, this is what I looked like at the time. Okay, so what I'm about to tell you today is not something that everybody knows about. And this is something I've honestly been worried about for a little bit, and I've only today got the courage to talk about. So everybody knows Sam, knows that he's a brilliant pianist. And as growing up, his parents got him a piano. And here's Lauren again, just to give a little cameo. And just, one keyboard was not enough for him, so of course, he has to get another keyboard. And this isn't enough either, so he has to get 3 on a stand. Maybe there's actually 4 in this picture here, I missed that one. And he needs one that plays itself, another one on top of that. And he needs one for the outside, and he needs one that he blows on. And he needs one that's whatever the heck this thing is, I forget what it's called. And he needs one for kids that's it's a cat. What is this? And a Lego one. And this one is actually a video of him blowing on this little piano that's like a flute. Not really sure what this is. Can't hear it, it's okay. Here we go. Keep going. Okay, so pianos aren't enough. He needs to get guitars now. I'm starting to get worried at this point. Like, are you okay? You okay? And he needs a ukulele. And whatever the heck this thing is, what the heck is that? It's a kalimba for anyone who's curious. Okay, great. So this is all cool, but like, where does it end? I'm worried about you. As your friend, I'm worried about you. Okay, this is an intervention. A little later, we go to Sam's house. He's got a plant, and it's cute. He's got one plant. He's got a bed now. Okay, he goes to Home Depot, he gets a little bed. That's great. That's wonderful. Not too long after that, he's handing us tomatoes to take home because he's got a jungle that's overflowing his backyard. He's got 10 potatoes inside. Who grows indoor potatoes, honestly? What is this? And this is his backyard in July last year. It looks great, but it's, we all know where this leads to. And if you can't see, this is a monkey jumping through a jungle. That's a cheap joke. Okay, so, just letting that one sit for a second. Okay, so we're getting a little weirder here. So we started with knives. We quickly accelerated, and this one I actually broke into their house and took this picture the other day. Very great. These are like very expensive knives. They're not cheap knives. And so this one really accelerated, and this one ends with Sam in the hospital because he stabbed himself with one of the knives. And if Jackie's hospital, after getting back from a shift, she goes back to the hospital with Sam to take care of him because he stabbed himself going this way with a knife. Jackie, you're an angel for managing him. All right, does everyone know what this is? Okay, this is kombucha. If you don't know what this is, it's basically if you take juice and let it sit out for 2 weeks and let it rot. That's what you get. You get this thing called kombucha. So we come back to Sam's house, and this is what we see. We see this thing. He calls it the mother. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but that's what Sam calls it. A common ancestor to all the stuff that you're about to see. So a week later, we come back, and this is his house. 2 mothers, 100 bottles. We have mango, kumquat, apple, ginger. It's getting be a problem, Sam. Jackie, I'm sorry. You leave for 6 months, and this is what happens. And we have 7 mothers here. And if you're not careful, this is what your basement's gonna look like. So I'm just warning you. This is a fair warning here. All right, so. Can everyone see this? This is ice. This is the weirdest one by far. By far. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, so I don't know where this started. One day he just starts getting interested in ice cubes. Ice cubes, okay? Specifically ice cubes that are oversized. He calls them big ice. All right, so this is the picture. This is a picture of big ice here. On the left and the right, you can see about like 90% of the volume taken up by this ice cube. You can't put a drink in there. You can't. The one in the center is floating. You can't put a drink in this. What do you need in a piece of ice that doesn't fit in a glass, Sam? Okay, so I'm only bringing this up because I'm worried. I'm worried about you. I am. You know? So we come back a little later. A bigger ice cube. It doesn't even fit anywhere close to a glass. It's in a bowl now. I'm drinking scotch out of a bowl. Like, this is not okay. And I'm worried about you. So, we all know what this leads to. And this is gonna be your house pretty soon. This is a cheap joke as well. All right, so I could go on and on and on and on, and I'm not going to bore people with it. I'm just gonna give you a couple other pictures. So he's obsessed with keyboards. He's obsessed with hot sauce. He's obsessed with pickles. But there's one infatuation that has lasted more than 2 weeks. One that's been consistent for 10 plus years, and one that's consumed him more than anything I've shown you, and that's Jackie Cole. I've seen Sam pour his heart into Jackie time and time again, whether it's driving across the country for travel nursing or designing a perfect proposal in Greece. He always puts her ahead of each of these stupid obsessions. Jackie, you're thoughtful, supportive, and super bright, and it's obvious why you're the one that Sam cares most about. So this wedding is like extra special to me. Let's see what this next slide is. Here we go. This wedding is extra special to me because both Sam and Jackie are separately and together my closest friends. I remember last year they insisted I join them on a Valentine's Day dinner when I was recently single. We weirded everybody out except for us, and they never made me feel like a third wheel. I never felt out of place, and it felt so natural, and I loved that day, and I will always remember that. Jackie, you look absolutely amazing today. Sam, you couldn't even shave? I love you both dearly, and I'm so happy to call you both my dearest friends and to share this day with you. So please join me in raising a glass to a lovely couple. This is a White Claw. So as Sam always says about his kombucha, this hasn't made anyone sick yet. Cheers. Okay, wait. So there's one last thing. So as your best man, I can't let you have the upper hand on me. I have to one-up you. Joe, bring out the ice. There it is. All right, go this way. Sam, I need you out here, Jackie, in a second too. I need to cut this open. Do you have a knife? We don't have a knife. We didn't prepare for that. So now I have to do a stand-up bit. Oh, nice. Cake knife. I can't do this on mic. Shh. All right, so we're gonna have 3 groomsmen hold this thing up, and I'm gonna pour. So this is an ice luge. If you can't see this, it's an ice luge. It's like the biggest piece of ice I could possibly find. I drove back this morning with Joe. Thank you so much, Joe. And we picked up this big piece of ice for Sam. So, cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, your best man.
Oh, there's one more picture. There's the last one. Cute one. That's all I got. That's all I got, folks.
All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your best man.